Ah, hello there. My name is Raymond Michael Barrera III, as many of you all know, and to any newcomers, welcome. You have my blessings and much respect. Today I'm just touching upon a little bit on the true subject without any fault and without any misguidance on the concept of true magic and how it correlates and is in relevance to what is going on right now in the world. We are in a very important time in history right now. It would be called the Kali Yuga by the Indians. It'd be the time of great coming to some other cultures. Some Christian cultures with much respect call it revelations. Some call it apocalypse. Anyone that misunderstands this word, it merely means the beginning of a great new era. Right now we are in a time of the indigo children, chosen ones, rainbow, the truth seekers. All these matter right now more than ever. Remember that, brothers and sisters. We are in a time of great importance. And my ministry, which I am the humble founder of, teaches that the most thing right now we need to do is prepare. We are a form of preppers, preparing for the situation, that believe in protecting one another as a family. I teach to prepare, to store food, to train in martial arts and weaponries of your choice. I think most of all, and of course, basic knowledge of how to rewire electricity matters in the end. How to grow our own food matters. But I think a large misunderstood concept to the West, though, is these are just minor important things. But very important things, though. But they're minor in comparison to the true arts we need to know. Our chakras, the inner magic within, our locked, dormant potential that the Illuminati, that the elite don't want us to know. Let me recapture a little bit before I go on. Do not forget for a moment, they were always trying to distract us. They are trying to distract you from the truth, with partying, with sex, with fear-mongering, with injections, as I've mentioned before. All these things I've mentioned, that's why I said this is a nice retouch on my teachings, please. I correlate, and I am like no other, with all due respect, I am like no other teacher or guru. I blend science, spirituality, and politics all together. This is why I have this talk show on this platform. That's why I talk to so many, from scientists to authors to senators. I talk to many that share my line of critical thinking. And I'm able to see what's coming. It's very political, it is. And let me just tell you, Republicans and Democrats, with all due respect, are in it together. If you piece together, the piece is good. There is no good president, sirs and madams, brothers and sisters. There is no good president. We the people have forgotten, not all of us, but we the people have forgotten we hold the power and they work for us. And they only give us two candidates to choose from, which they've already chosen from the beginning. No, I'm fair. Trump's not the answer. Biden's not the answer. Neither one is the answer, with respect. Even if one is slightly better than the other or not, that's not the point here. They're working together behind the scenes, behind the closed doors. You are the true leaders of this nation. Before something happens, and when it does happen, realize the true power lies in you. That's why they're working jointly together to take away our guns, and working with pedophiles, and working with horrible situations. That's why The Sound of Freedom, that great masterpiece that came out recently, the Walt Disney one is shut down, is very important. I won't say too much of these matters. I do not want to be demonetized and or banned. Even if I was, I'd just remake it again. But point being, as I touch on these sensitive topics, did you know even Michael Jackson, his last words was to his sister, Janet Jackson. Yes, he was accused of horrible things with a pedophile ring. But did you know his last words were a phone call saying he doesn't want to do this anymore and someone's forcing him to do this and they're chasing him, trying to kill him? Interesting fact. Why is this? And then he was gone. This is just one of many reports I can go into, and I will on later videos on this subject. This dark, fascinating, amazing subject needs to be said. That's why it's amazing, only. The truth needs to be said. But that's not the purpose of this video, but it does correlate to it. That's why I touch on it. Thank you. We cannot, with all due respect, just listen to media and lies. We need to do our own research. These injections changed our DNA. They changed our chromosomes, and they killed off half the population. It's known immunity works. We built our own immunity. They lied to us. And it was all a lie, structured, and half of us bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. To those that didn't, I congratulate you. And to those with respect that did take one and all the boosters, you need to know your soul. They found a way to bend your soul. I'm not joking. They found a way to change and rearrange your DNA to their liking, and they implanted something that they're later going to be able to control you with, unless you find a very strong way and will to live, and a shaman that can help you. Luckily, I specialize in these facilities of cleaning out the chakras, but they found a way to go inside the soul. And how? To the chakras. That's why I specialize in chakras. And it's not one of these California gurus that talk about the chakras and good and light. No, I know exactly where they are in the body. They're going along the cerebellum, they're going along the ajna, they're going along the spinal cord. And there's an exact scientific name for each of them. And they're the hidden little neurons going down that we need to unlock and awaken to unlock our dormant energy called Kundalini. There's a huge misconception on it that I'm here to break. I was blessed and fortunate enough to train with the monks of the Nyingmapa lineage, and I take back happily with their blessings, their secrets, because we are on a very concerning time, brothers and sisters. One of the ways we break out of this matrix, and that's one of the goals, to break out of this matrix, so we stop reincarnating, but as well, we have another brave, strong choice now, to aid the others in this time. Did you know Earth's very important? That's why extraterrestrials are so fascinated in us, by the way. We have something they don't, access to our divine soul. And yes, extraterrestrials are very real. That's why some of my interviews employ that. I have some interviews with some abductees and some great teachers in that. I have interviews with a cosmic shaman that specializes in that concept. I'm not here for that though, on that purpose. But I'm saying it does involve everything. It's amazing. We live in an amazing world that we've been lied about. That's the point. And it all correlates to each other. That's the point. We need to keep our soul strong, because that's what makes you special. That's what makes you unique. We need to keep our chakras high and strong. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. How do we do that? There's certain procedures that the monks know that I take home to teach, so you don't have to go to a monastery. You can do it at home. Dark room therapy, for example, being in a dark room for an extended period amount of time helps greatly. This releases the natural melatonin and the natural DMT during dream state while you're awake. If you do this with wakeful eyes and watching your breaths, and hold your breath in. Hold it for about 8 seconds. Breathe all the way in. You feel a change of energy. And this alone helps revitalize your DMT and your natural brain chemicals. In the Dzogchen Great Perfection Path of the monks, we believe in no drugs whatsoever. We believe it's all in here, in the heart and the eyes. The luminous, pristine visions that we see, that's how we know it's from God. Because it only happens once you're one with the path of God, the path of light, the path of wisdom, the path of stainless light and pristine luminosity and non-dual presence of God. It's always in here, but we have to make it come out. If anyone says that, well, God's not answering my prayers, or anyone's questioning, He's what made you. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that miracle. But it's not that simple as pray and it's going to happen. No. He gave us a divine test that we had to figure out. And that divine puzzle was exactly what the elite's trying to stop. It's amazing. It's the hero's journey. And part of our journey is to find our true self and the God within us and to wake it up, which you could reference as to Kundalini. Anyone that knows me knows that I take month-long retreats in darkroom retreats and months-long retreats and sky-gazing retreats. And these are just brief little touch-ups. I can get more deeply into this. Contact my email, contact my website. I leave everything in my bios below. And everything I do is non-profit for the true seeker. it encourages a true change in your DNA, what I teach. It does not just give you wokeness. It does not just give you love and light. What I teach is the true, hardcore, no BS way to change your DNA, to truly tap into that rabbit hole and pull something out extraordinary. But you need to be ready for it. We need to be ready for this. This is the way to fight back. They're fighting with demons and aliens and horrible psychological affairs. We fight with our light inside and shadow work, as you would call it. Some witches would call it that. I respect that. A lot of my sisters are witches. They get the concept. What I teach is deep shamanism, deep tantric shamanism from the monks. So that's why I can understand and relate. What I specialize in, though, is the chakras and how to bring out that light from the inside, as I stated. So, a big part of this is to build up your aura. How do you build up your aura? A big part of it is constant meditation and celibacy, first of all. One must be celibate. That's right. It's needed. That's why it's so simple yet so complex to the West. They can't understand that, a lot of them. Many will, but many more won't. You must give up the concept of lust and sex, period. You must replace it with a mother's love to protect. After about 30 days of doing this, you'll notice a DNA change and a mind change. The first hardest part, like any drug, and yes, sex can be addicting. It's like a drug. We don't realize that. We, without realizing, chase to the next sexual effort, and then to the next after that, and to the next after that, and then after that, wasting our life force. Did you know the life force, female or male, the sexual fluids that we use, every time we use them, we decrease our lifespan by a day or two? I mean, that's no joke. It's amazing. In the East, we know this very well. That's why we're so careful. That's why we're so old school in that, and some take it to the extent of, like me, celibacy, period. You're using your life force. Think about it scientifically. The embryology used in humans is amazing. That's why extraterrestrials abduct us. They can't make their own children. Verify this. This is true. That's why they use us and breed us. They don't have their own embryos like we do. Humans are fascinating. God made everything, even extraterrestrials, even demons, by the way, indirectly. But humans are a rare species and race. Remember that. You have a light like none other, and yet we wasted on alcohol, on partying, and sex, and heroin. No, that's not the point. We're wasting it. We're wasting our potential. There's something coming. You can help, you can build, you can survive, you can be strong. You can build a Noah's Ark, so to speak. Do it. Build it. I give you my word, you'll see the outcomes. Be celibate, my brothers and sisters. Train. Every day, go for a jog. Every day, start meditating. Every day, start training. You can practice martial arts. You can practice boxing. Get yourself disciplined. Train yourself in what's coming. Be aware that we are in an important time. All the signs are there. Everything all around us. It's in the animals. It's in the weather. It's in certain political agendas. All the signs are there that we're in a very important time. We must understand this. And that's why the chosen ones, so to speak, the indigo children, so to speak, the rainbow children, so to speak, the truth seekers that don't do it just for the fad. In certain parts of Florida and California and in Austin. I'm from Texas, understand, so it's okay. And I've traveled all over California and everywhere. Everywhere is beautiful. But currently I reside in San Antonio, Texas. So understand, I've been everywhere though, all across the world. And it's humbled me. Everything I do is so very humble. And I understand true energy is not a fad, it's a way of life. It's just forgotten. True shamanism is a way of life. And this is the main weapon that we can use when the time's right. Our love, our abilities that are dormant. How do you think Moses parted the Red Sea? Through awakening his Kundalini. How do you think these saints are able to do amazing things, and the saints and yogis of India? Through unlocking their inner chakras. By being celibate for a long time, this produces phenomena. By being celibate for a long time, this produces what is known as ojas. With ojas, we produce a stronger aura. With ojas, we produce what is needed for manifestation to truly take place in synchronicity. It is a process, a lifestyle. You cannot just make it with a wand, with all due respect. It's a body molecular change. It's a genetic change within, from within. And by doing this with will, that's the difference between the fad student that wears chakra shirts and chakra skirts and chakra beads to the true energy worker that lives it, immersed in it, stays in the forest for days, stays in caves for days, meditates in dark rooms for days. That's the difference. They meditate, and what comes to them spontaneously is God. No joke. That's how you do it, with true willpower and love, and say, I'm not going to stop until I find God. He enters me. Spiritually, mentally, physically overcomes me, binds with me, so I can change the world around me. That's how you do it. And right now, there's so much distractions. They don't want you to go in, brothers and sisters. That's the point. What's the main point of this? For you to not go in. That's why. More than ever right now, they don't want you to go in. That's the main problem they're worried about. Do you know true meditation going within can hurt these demons, can hurt the elite, can hurt these reptilians? You know, they like to say in America, it's a big American thing, and I've been in the military, and I know the power of bullets. I understand it. But I think there's one more thing stronger than bullets. That's our dormant power. Don't ever underestimate your dormant power. There is hidden magic within us as humans. And this dark yet magical thing is approaching. We're in it every day. And it's getting close. I devote my life to this. My brothers and sisters devote their life to this. As I said before, we cannot ruin our DNA. That was one of the main steps to backtrack our powers. We cannot listen to needless media. That's a big part of it too. That's a big part of it. Listening to fear, listening to media, big pharma, lies, cannot do that. You cannot take sides in politics either. That's a diversion, by the way. They're all paid actors. That's the thing, brothers and sisters. More than ever now, we must believe in God. I'm not saying any one particular religion, because in a way, all religions are right, by the way. Did you know that? But it got separated and now they fight each other. No. Just believe in God and light. That's simple. Your own God and light. We don't have to bring in all these sensitive stigmas and all these sensitive points. No. And honestly, any God's name and color, that's just their version of the same God. He's so wise and she's so wise. He's beyond gender and form, beyond color. He comes to different cultures, different shapes and sizes. That's all. It will make sense to them. And therefore, each say, no, mine's right. No, mine's right. You must be wrong. Native Americans must be wrong. This must be wrong. No, they're all right. They just see different fragmentations of that geometry. That's it. Okay, so I offer a non-profit how to meditate to truly access that God source within, so we can take out what's ours before it's stolen from us. Dark room meditation, sky gazing retreat, and tumo are some of the main ways, combined with celibacy. Combine all of these together, the monk arts with celibacy and discipline, like a martial artist. You can become truly a saint for non-profit. That's the only way, with a mother's love. That's why we do this. That's why you would do this, by the way. Only for the truth seekers that want to change their lives and change lives for each other when this time happens. What do you want to be? A victim? Your children ask you, what did you do when this world was being taken over? What did you do when the elite and reptilians were being taken over? They were taking over us. And what did you do when the elites took us over? When we were taken over by them? What did you do, Mom and Dad? When we were being taken over by them? Or do you want to be one of those warriors and healers that chose to make a difference, that knew it in their heart and soul, no matter what and who told them otherwise, that you made a difference and trained every day? You prepped, you put food away, you stored You had some kind of hidden shelter. You trained every day. You opened up your chakras. You changed reality. You manifested things. You made a difference. You found the other ones that truly want to make a difference, not just wasting their lives with low lives, with all due respect, and having sex all the time. Because I promise you, those ones are just part of, it's not their fault. But they're just what you would call NPCs. They're just going along with the algorithm. They're not truly making a difference. To truly make a difference, you need to go against the current. They want you to be normal. They're trying to normalize everything, trying to normalize this LGBTQ thing. Then again, I have no problem with anyone's sexuality, by the way. None. But certain things are being pushed against us to manipulate us now. To normalize certain things, to feminize us, to weaken us. You see the concept. The injections, the LGBT concept, to change us, to feminize us, to weaken us, to normalize these things. You see it in the songs now. More talks about demons. You see aliens popping up more and more. Why? They're trying to normalize all this slowly. You see the concept that prophecy is among us right now. So now more than ever, I teach a way to fight against this. With love and light, unlocking our true chakras and our true performance and our potential within. I say unto you, find access and use your access to me and look into true yogic techniques which I can pass on to you. Find the value in your inner magic and realize it's one of the few magics they cannot take from us. If you've taken certain injections, stop and realize it was wrong and you were lied to. And there is a way to cleanse it. It's going to be hard, but there is a way. And you have to truly want this. This is not just for the average woke person in California. And if you are in California, amazing. You have a lot of access to spiritual things then, monasteries out there. But realize it's a fad, and then there's the lifestyle version of it. That's the thing. Which one are you? Just the regular curious one in spirituality, or the one being called to actually make a difference? If you feel the calling, my name is Shaman, Raymond Michael Barrera III, and this is why I'm here, to help you to become for a better tomorrow, for our children, for their children, for a wiser and stronger tomorrow. So you cannot give up. You have to stay strong. This is needed, and you're here for a reason, and you have to believe in this. You do. I believe in you. Your ancestors believe in you. Remember this, and you were chosen, you're here for a reason. I love my coffee. I need my coffee. One of the few things I love worldly. There's few worldly things I love. Coffee. Definitely one of them. Yeah. One moment, please. I don't believe in alcohol. Part of the Great Perfection Dzogchen path that I was taught by the monks. That's one of the big things. We don't believe in alcohol. We don't believe that we need mind-altering substances for what we do. Then they're not truly miracles then. There's monks out there that know the secret to certain elixirs called soma, and they can perform miracles in India while they drink it. But then they're dependent on it though. No. What I teach here, and that I learned under extensive cold, hot, dark, light training, is how to perform miracles for others and heal, how to talk to their ancestors, how to talk to spirits for them, how to exorcise demons. We have to be experts at all this. Because what are we going to do when we're face to face with a demon? What are we going to do when we're face to face with someone trying to hurt us or a human? That's where it comes to play in martial arts. And then that's where it also comes to play about spirituality, how to exercise something. We need to know both, how to fight, both, and how to be disciplined, and how to love. What's the motivation here? A mother's love. So we train our chakras, okay? You awaken them from the Maladhara, Svadhisthana, Manapura, Anahata, Pashuddha, Ajna, Sahasrara, going up, okay? From the tailbone, going up the spinal cord, all the way to the crown. I have manuals for how to train each one specifically. Reach out to me and/or study this extensively. For the true truth seeker, this is the only way to truly make a difference. Wake up yourself and unlock your inner God. We all have a piece of the great God, the great spirit, the great light within us. The great light is experiencing life through us. We're just one personality of him or her, the great spirit. What are you going to do? Are you going to waste your life away? Forgetting your promise? Or are you going to make a difference? I think you're going to make a difference. I know you're going to make a difference. So we channel our light. And this is how we bend reality. We keep our semen inside. And there's certain meditations that we pull the light that's held from the sexual fluids up inside us. Yes, that's right. We turn it into light and fluorescence. And we channel it out. That's one of the secrets. What I'm saying right here, people usually pay thousands. And I'm saying it for free on YouTube. That's one of the secrets. You can become celibate, and that same light that's from the sexual fluids goes out through certain mudras, through certain gestures. You will it out to heal. Yes, being celibate is actually literally needed. Forget lust, forget anger. Your anger can taint it, like tainted water. Forget greed. Money's not going to be here much anyway. We do this to change for our children. We do this to change for others. That's the only way we can do this. With love, protection. To protect our children, our mothers, our fathers. We must be healing warriors. It's the only way we can do this. It's not half in, half out. You must fully immerse yourself now. You must go fully down the rabbit hole now. This is the time. This is the time. This is the confirmation for that. No more half in, half out. Should I be spiritual? I don't want to be too spiritual. I don't want to go crazy. This is the time, and you're not going to go crazy. No, that's a myth. If you have true love and light in you, and you forget pride, forget jealousy, and if you're in a relationship, awesome. That's good. I'm not saying you can't have a relationship. I told you, I found ways to blend this into America, so you don't have to go to the monks and give up everything. But no, they're not important. No, your items around you aren't important. I'm not saying you can't play your games, you can't read your books, or you can't work in your car, go for a drive. Of course you can. But detach yourself from it and realize it's not needed. It's just nice. And enjoy it with love. And give your kid a ride here and there. Give someone a ride here and there. Let your kid play a game with you. Let your brother play a game with you. Play basketball here and there. Go out there. But remember, everything with true love and joy. Don't just mindlessly drink. Don't just have mindless sex. This is what I'm against, with all due respect. And that's not the yogic way or the holy way. That's what we're saying. Detach yourself from the negative things. If you're about to do something, make sure it's positive in some way. Not just throwing your life away. If you're drinking all the time, I'm sorry, that's not normal. That's just normal for you. Change it. That's not the problem. That's the symptom of the problem. Something else is happening in your life. Find the problem. Fix it within here. Okay? So we channel our purity. After you do this right, after about 60 days, then you can start channeling this. Maybe 90 days for some, or 2 or 3 months. Pure training. You can even do this at home, like I said. And if you're in a relationship, coming back to that, why don't you try it together? Why don't you realize there's something coming? And most likely, if you're in a true relationship that understands of wisdom and love and light, they'll understand, okay, let's do this together. Let's do this together then. Me personally, I'm that shaman that I do this on my own for you all, for my children, for my brothers and sisters. I don't literally have blood children, but humans are my brothers and sisters. And their children I love like my own. So that's why. The children of earth are important to me. Like a mother's love, like I said. A mother's love is a powerful precursor. You can do so much potential with a mother's love. Yes, even the males. With a mother's love. It's a metaphor, but yet it's the truth. Like a mother's love, that's how you do it. Love for your children, that's what I'm saying. Like a parental love. You know, parental love is one of the strongest forms and feelings in the whole universe that demons and certain aliens will never understand. And you use that. You channel it with your celibacy, your meditations outward to create a literal miracle. We can get more detail later on how and why. But I'm explaining part of the why now with love. And part of the why now with celibacy and meditation. Did you know, just by doing this, you increase your literal physical strength 3 times as much, your speed, twice as much, your intelligence, twice as much. I'm not joking. There's a literal change in your mechanism, in your molecules, in your genetics, in your deoxyribonucleic acids, in your DMT. There is a change in your organs. When you have no sex for months and months, and you concentrate in God for at least 30 minutes a day, that's a true meditation. True meditation is just going into your closet. Yes, I'm going to tell you right now. Go into your closet, turn off all the lights, and put on some monk music, or some high frequencies, or some good solfeggio frequencies of your choice. A high frequency, maybe 432 hertz. Go to YouTube and type in Om meditation, or type in some type of solfeggio frequency, 432 hertz, or a high note, or white noise. And if it's scary, that's you, that's your illusion. Don't worry, it will break. Concentrate in God. You go into a dark room like a closet, put clothes underneath, and all the edges where light's coming in has to be pitch black, and you stay in there for 30 minutes a day with your eyes open. Breathe. Hold in. Out through your nose. In through your nose. We can get more into Tumo later. The ganglia right here, there's a stomach region right here, right behind it. Okay? There's something called the Manipura, what's known to be called as the stomach chakra. But in more scientific terms, there's gray matter there called the ganglia, almost like a second brain right here that helps activate, spark up that flame of Kundalini. That's why we hold in the breath. That's why we shoot out through the nose. So while you're in the closet or meditation room, okay, or your living room, it could be any room that could be a meditation room. The sacredness behind it. There's a sacred reason. It's like a secret. It's a secret. We do everything in code, monks. I'm just a very different type of monk, as you can see. I believe in fighting for our children, okay? And I believe in breaking secrets for our children. So I'm going to tell you all the secrets of the monks from my dark room, from my tons of books, my knowledge up here, all for non-profit, to protect our children, okay? And you're going to do better than me one day. Watch. That's my goal. That's my dream. To pass on these teachings, with all due respect, to those truth seekers, so we can make a difference one day, okay? Watch. Our teachings are going to go down in history. And so I always give credit to the monks. People always want to say the Egyptians knew this stuff. No, I don't think the Nyingmapa monks get enough credit. They were the ones that truly mastered levitation and healing, actually, with all due respect. The monks. Yes. The monks of Tibet. And that's why I learned this. That's why I always give them credit. I don't put it on me. I say our family. You notice that? That's why I don't ask for money. I'm humble. I'm nothing. Don't worry about me. All I am is just the one right now with the answers. That's it. I'm nothing, though. And I worked very hard at that. I'm slowly gonna reach my mark here. I'm not trying to make a huge, long video, because I know some don't want to see a very long video. I get that. I do. I respect that. So about a few minutes, I will end this. To those truly interested, reach out to me. I'm always here, 24/7. If I'm meditating or I'm doing an errand at that moment, my chat will always get back to you. You'll get a chat saying Raymond Michael Barrera III as a way. He'll reach back to you as soon as possible. It's usually my voicemail or my automated chat messages on my Google page. I'll send you the information below. Feel free to subscribe. I'm not here for money though, so don't worry about that. This is for what's coming. What you can do for me is just immerse yourself in the light. Go in that dark room. Put on your most spiritual music. Gregorian monk chant, Om meditation chant, solfeggio frequencies, white noise, very powerful too. And in a pitch black room, focus your breaths like this. Hold. in your stomach, move it in a circle like you're belly dancing. Every time you do this is called tumo. In a brief explanation, you hold and you circle your stomach like you're belly dancing. You're not moving your physical body. No, this is wrong. You're literally clenching and contracting your stomach muscles right here to go in a circle. Not your whole body. No, not like a hula hoop. Literally like you're contracting your stomach muscles like a belly dance. And yes, the males have to do this too. This is one of the secrets to ignite that fire. Go up. This is how you unleash from Kundalini. And there's a lot more to it too, but I know the exact secrets and I know the exact terminologies brought back from the east to the west without any catch. You see? I know my stuff with due respect. You do this for 30 minutes straight in the dark. Spontaneous light appears. You're not making anything happen. That's the difference. You're not making some fake picture in your mind. No, it literally appears before you. Lights, fireflies, starts off as fireflies, little rainbows here and there, colors start to emerge. What is this? This is light, God. This is your awareness. This is your non-dual presence. Again, this is God being aware to you, a face-to-face awareness. You immerse yourself in this. You start becoming addicted to it. This is the way of the monks. This is why they do this for hours and hours, because they're face-to-face with God. Once you keep doing this with celibacy, it's all you need. You don't even need sex. What is sex but us trying to chase something that we can't get? Because God is a part of that too. Because why is it a part of it? Because it's creating another being. If you have children, beautiful. It's one of the greatest gifts. Me personally, I do not have one. I focus all my light into my healings and to what I can do for others. If you have children, it has not diminished you. You've completed something beautiful. From this point on, though, I recommend now saving it for yourself, though, and then teach all your children how to do it. Yes, be celibate. Be strong. And if they fall in love or you fall in love with someone, then only do it with that one person then. See? Old school style. Okay, but we're not here about that, though. I'm not trying to say do everything with love and honor and integrity. Not how nature is trying to make us go. They're trying to lie to us, saying strip clubs this, sex that, party this, Modelo this, beers that. LGBTQ, change your children's lifestyle this, change the man, change the woman. It's demonic. You see what I'm saying? They're changing your very nature. Why? Think, why? To demonize us, to take us away from God. They took away Bibles from schools. Why? So yes, I do believe in God. And you should too. That's what we're channeling. We can channel God out to make a difference. Right here, right now. And I believe in you. Remember that. So try this, like I said. Dark room therapy. Try it. 30 minutes a day, okay? You breathe. Hold. Breathe out through your nose. You feel the difference out here. Up here, you feel it. You'll feel it. Trust me. It starts to feel hot. Everything starts to feel warm. Tumo means inner fire. You can actually, once you master this, I worked with some monks. They mastered this to a very high degree. They're high up out there in the mountains in Nepal, out there in Samilang, when it gets cold, other part. And as a test, if they really reach Tumo, you get a soaked blanket. It's cold out there. You put it on them. And they'll be working Tumo because they're so warm. They're warm. That towel or that blanket that was thrown on them, wet, cold, is dry. No tricks. In like 10, 15 minutes. Because of their warmth. Everything they just threw on them. They didn't get sick or nothing. And everything's dry that's thrown on them. Any clothes was test. It was soaked. 10 minutes because of the warmth they're producing. It's dry like a heater. That's true. Because they have their flame, their God source strong. And they can manipulate reality around them. That's why you hear so many legends and myths of yogis from the East. I mean, I'm here to bring it to you. No BS. But you have to really want it though. So, darkroom therapy, working your tumo, work on contracting that stomach in, out, in a circle. Okay? While you're holding the breath. Okay? Push up with your palms down your thigh. Indeed. Well, I've reached my 40-minute mark. Okay. I see. Right? Okay, yeah. Okay, my team's affirming that. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, God bless. Blessings. Namaste. And I'm always here for you, as your brother, as your teacher, as your spiritual friend and aid. Do not forget. Reach out to me. I'll leave my information below, my website, my links, my number. Everything I do is non-profit, and I will get back to you as soon as I can after certain errands or meditation retreats. I always do. Okay. Namaste.